So yes, shout out to Jay Vardy, who's a most enthusiastic hockey fan, huge fan of Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, he makes some videos where he talks about them, how the team can get better and stuff. Not really a huge basketball and baseball or football fan, so you can't really talk about Toronto Blue Jays or Toronto Raptors basketball team. So that's for the most part. And he was also a huge fan of Michael Jackson. It's coincidentally that he got Michael on his birthday, and I got surprising updates from his new song "Breaking News," "Hold My Hand," and the "One More Chance" music video that Michael Jackson made before he died. He died recently, so that was the most surprisingly most best gifted something we got from him after a moment. So it was very phenomenal. So yes, shout out to him. He's one of the comments. He likes to comment back and tweet back. He sometimes tweets back whenever he's on Twitter, but he does the things. And the most funniest part, I forgot to say what Jay Vardy did was his own Slammy Awards, because he knew WWE's gonna mess it up like he did, and he predicted it right. Because I replied to him on Twitter saying, "What did you think of the Slammy Awards?" He said it was lame because he had too many unnecessary nominees, which wasn't really worth it. I think they need to do a WWE TNA Slammy Awards for next year if they're planning on doing one. That way there could be real life award shows for their real honor instead of these storyline Slammy Awards who aren't worth anything. I think that's what they need to get in gear. Hoping they can get that in gear, because I think that will be very interesting to say the least. And Ring of Honor on top of that. So that's my comments. So you should subscribe and watch one of his videos. He actually did his own Slammy Awards. Hopefully it's still around. That's actually the most funniest moment from his video. It's hilarious. But it's actually his Slammy Awards were very realistic too, and very phenomenal. So anyway, the other person I will shout out to is Denzel S 427. I just subscribed to him. I think after listening to his Over the Limit review, so I just started hunting in people who did reviews, so to make it quite epic. So yeah, shout out to him, Denzel S27, making the best reviews, even though he doesn't make many wrestling reviews, but he's into other stuff, so that's why I got to know that guy. I know he doesn't do many wrestling reviews, but you know, he's still interesting. I would listen to some of his stuff anyway, like the Year Love music video. That was a great music video of the year, even though that was the weirdest part of the end of the video when she died, and then the Michael J. White, who was her love interest, was like, oh my god, it was the weirdest video, and it's like listening to him talk about it was just the craziest coincidence. I mean, it wasn't really a coincidence, but it was good because I saw the music video that day premiered. So, shout out to Denzel. And remember his Over the Limit review. That was the first video I ever saw from him. So shout out to him. Also, shout out to D Sanchez. First video I saw from him was when Serena D was released. That was the most shocking story. I heard that over YouTube that she was released from the WWE. Everyone seemed wasn't as surprised about that, and that's where I got the most updates ever since Serena D was released. Um, the best release there was, other than Serena D wasn't that big of a release. Same was release was Maria. Maria wasn't a big deal release. I know no one cared. I don't know why she won Diva of the Year. I think she was very overrated, or the votes were that terrible. So, or the votes are scripted. So, for the most part, Serena D was the biggest diva release possible. Behind Mickie James. Who was also behind Mickie James. Mickie James the most shocking release, but I didn't see her really do as much. So it seems like they were trying to release her, Mickie James, and that was very surprising because Late Cool's been getting all these winning streaks with Vicky Guerrero, and then Beth Phoenix to even win till Extreme Rules. So that was very uplifting and surprising to see. So hopefully that doesn't even So that was one of the craziest moments. But for the most part, who ranted about Mickey James' release was Karen Six. Shout out to Karen Six, who terminated his YouTube account I think 5 months ago. He said he was supposed to be on this YouTube retirement. I didn't even hear the whole thing of the YouTube retirement, but that was the most surprising thing I ever had to hear. I never heard someone announce that he's going to be terminating his account from YouTube and announced it to the public. But um, shout out to him. He made some good reviews. First video I ever heard from him was the Piggy James storyline, and then he broke down some detailed reviews. Quite frankly, from Matt Hardy's situation to other stuff, especially I think when Matt Hardy demanded his release and it took him nearly months for him to get his release. Um, Other people from he talks about a ton of stuff like Owen Hart being the most underrated wrestler. He's just he also talks about the Super Bowl. Well, I don't know, he was in Canada, so excuse me. He I don't know if you subscribe to Spinner at one, but for the most part, he makes great reviews. I like how he speaks from his mind a lot. And for Owen Hart, I mean, he talks about Owen Hart being underrated wrestler, the Piggy James, how he talks about how women viewed as just with just flesh with no just with skinny with no flesh. It's like there's stick. He talks about stuff like that, and it's just thoroughly detailed. I like how he speaks from his mind a lot. I mean, it's just he makes very interesting videos, or I'll listen to it. Something I could just listen to. So, but Karen Six, great videos. I'm surprised you had to terminate your YouTube account. So whatever you're up to right now, hopefully it's going well for you right now. So it's one of the biggest YouTube retirement of the year I ever saw so far. It's going to be one of the most shocking ones for 2010. So hopefully it works out well for you, man. So this is just a big shout out to him. Also, shout out to the first person who comments on my video, Campo619. Shout out to him. I really want to thank him for making the first comment on my video, making good positive reviews. Who commented and subscribed to me. This was just meant a lot. Um, he threw a comment and saying great review. I'm gonna subscribe, and I was just that was just that was just that was just very surprising. He comments on my SmackDown review, thinking Big Show's gonna join Straight Society. That was hilarious. So also shout out to CKY WWE who actually commented on my dancing. Thought it was quite entertaining, but it was weird. The dancing I did was Do You Know the Enemy? Because I actually did like the SmackDown theme song of Do You Know the Enemy? Do You Know the Enemy? That's why I was dancing to it. I think it's interesting. I think it went great for the theme song of Do You Know the Enemy, because I actually did like it. It was it's a very good theme song because it moved to sci-fi, and SmackDown I think did made some good upgrades apparently. For SmackDown to be upgraded like they are right now, I mean I think the booking is what's the problem, not the network it was on, but it's good they moved from My Network TV, because My Network TV was it was too quiet of a network, and I don't know if they premiere new episodes, because ever since Desire Fashion House got canceled, the show network just came down quietly. They were just epic backfire, so we'll see how that comes about. But also shout out to 18 GNS 99BK. Shout out to him. He Skyped me. His name was Brad. That's just one of the most craziest stuff, quite frankly. So thank you for him. I like to thank him for the comments, saying it's not the same old stuff like everyone else, but I was just entertaining myself because I did like the review of like the theme song. So thank you for him. Also the people who did my who commented on my other videos for NXT Thoughts. So shout out to those guys who made some good comments. It's just so funny. Um, True True Story, '07, and Alkin Boyd, RKO94, who one of the ones who commented on my videos. Got 6 good comments, surprising comments. It was a vehicle to get over Wade Ben to be a top main event heel. He actually was a good heel, so that's for the best part. So thank you for those comments and leaving good comments there. Also, Also commented on those who commented on my video for Randy Moss, because I know I'm surprised I got a comment, but you know it's one of the biggest surprising. Oh yeah, I didn't get that many comments, but also shout out to DJ Swing and Bang who commented on my video for the graduation video remix I made. It was a very great remix I made. So for me getting 146 views, that is just the best one of the second best views, but you know it's not going to be a publicized because you know I got the Drake music video in there, so you know it's very oddly surprising to say the least. So we thank you for that, and people who commented on my videos. So shout out to all you guys who commented on my videos. Can't announce all of them though, so that's gonna be the most surprising part about it, to say the least. So thank you guys who commented on my videos. Also, the person I want to give a shout out to is hopefully I don't leave all y'all because I've subscribed to a bunch of people. So it's the Classic 133 in the Enthrenatus. Thank you guys for making the best reviews. They just have been epic and interesting. So, and WWTNA updates. So thank you guys for giving us the best updates on the planet. So, and Johnny Boy Pearson. So there's a lot of people I have to shout out to. Simon Nicole HD. What's up, Terrence? Who made it. First review I ever saw for him was when there was 6 releases with Tiffany and Along the Other Rest, and which was one of the most shocking news for Tiffany to be released. But I didn't know there were gonna be 6 others like Shad Gaspard, Kalen Croft, Luke Gallows, Archer, and Jillian. But I really thought Shad Gaspard was gonna stay because he's been pulling off some good promos. I like his promos, but they were probably gonna get old. So I think I still like his My Time gimmick. The My Time gimmick was very quite epic for him to do something like this. So hopefully he goes to TNA wherever, because you know he's an okay wrestler but pulls off some good promos. So hopefully he continues to build himself wherever he goes. So, and Tiffany, I hope she goes to TNA because I know right now she's just modeling right now. And Jillian, hopefully she goes to TNA and get out of the independent circuit, to say the least. So thank you guys. So these are just mostly my shoutouts. And you know, RKO. Hopefully I didn't leave out RKO Legend Killer 97 who subscribed to. Also John Cena fan 54. Hopefully I got your name right, but you know, great video. So I don't know if I, just shout out to him. And shout out to the people who also commented on my basketball reviews and people who talked where I talked about other stuff like the Jazz coming back on overtime. This was just surprisingly, I got some great comments there, and comments on the people who commented on my Tiffany on when I was released. You know, I was surprised. The most commented Bruno Mondo 2009, who made some great comments. I like the people who commented on a consecutive amount of my videos, even though I made lots of stuff. But you know, even though one of the videos I slowed down, so I commented like I forgot who, but you know. Just generally just thank you guys for commenting on my videos. They were just very surprising, but well, you know, it's just and also the comments that I got. So that was just Rule 3R. I'm almost done. So yes, so this is just my shout out. Sorry if I didn't get to all you guys. So it's the Red Dog Stream and I'm taking it extreme.